you crazy creeps? We are currently right here on the Tillicum Crossing. Got the beautiful downtown Portland landscape behind us. And today is awesome. I'm excited for this one. If you've been following along the channel or you haven't, I am a huge Matt Groening fan, from the Simpsons to Futurama, Disenchantment, pretty much all his creations, him being from Portland, Oregon, born and raised, using influences from Portland for the show, for the Simpsons. But way before all that, even before the Life in Hell, Binky, Bongo, Sheba, Arkbar, and Jeff era, kind of after his father, Homer Groening, creating movies right here in Portland. And today, we're doing the filming locations to the 1972 Matt Groening movie, Killers and Dillers. It all took place right here in Portland, Oregon, mostly up in the West Hills. So that's where we're creeping to next. It's a beautiful morning, so stay tuned. If you're a fan of Matt Groening, any of his creations or works, you're not gonna wanna miss this one. Again, beautiful landscape this morning. Portland, Oregon. Got the Portland Spirit dock down here as well. Got the Creeper Cruisy ready to go. And I am stoked for this one. Long overdue. All right. Our first stop brings us right here to one of the entrances of the brand new Lincoln High School, which we were actually able to film and document the old high school, which Matt Groening actually went to. And back in 1972, I believe, is when he graduated. So the movie that he created with his buddy Tim Smith started out right here, which would have been, you know, the home to the former Lincoln High School. Still Lincoln High School, but now the new one sits a little further back. And we were able to document a lot before they tore it down, so you guys might want to check out the playlist. There's a couple real-life Simpsons characters that went to school here with Matt as well. But the very first scene would have taken place right behind me here, where the former building sat, in the chemistry lab. Matt was kind of creating a movie about drugs and the effects of different drugs. And in the movie, he plays kind of a psychedelic, I guess you would say beatnik, maybe hippie, who's kind of far out, it's got the goatee. I'll insert some pictures, maybe a little bit of the movie as well. But it starts out right here in the chemistry lab as Matt takes this first sip of liquid LSD. You can actually see it on the bottle. It kind of starts out in a trance, walks out of the chemistry / lab where they were talking about, or walks out of the school, kind of a brick wall behind him and whatnot, and kind of just is almost Frankenstein in a trance, like a zombie, with the effects of the LSD taking place. Matt, or the professor in the movie, you know, has a trip, like an acid trip, LSD, and kind of just walks around. And the movie begins here, like I said. And the next location is actually really funny. It's kind of weird, but we're heading up to the Vista Bridge, which is better known as Suicide Bridge, here in Portland, Oregon, for the next shot. And like I said, I believe Tim Smith was his buddy that he created this with, who did the photography, Matt directing it, starring in it as well. And in the opening scenes, you can see him kind of, like I said, hallucinating off the LSD. And I really like the posters behind him as well. You can really see that, like Matt Groening-esque style handwriting on some of the creations and posters that he has, to kind of get the feeling or the vibe of the time frame and the drugs and everything. But that all happened right here at the former Lincoln High School, now the brand new one. All right, we're heading up to Vista Ridge Bridge, which you can actually see from here if you look directly to the left of the school there, the red kind of corner. If you just look straight up, that's the bridge. So that's where we're going next. Yep, all brand new sidewalk, brand new track, brand new school there. And if you guys remember, the old school sat just adjacent over on that side. So they've really redirected everything. Part of the campus still sits right over here, but now this is all the field and the main school sitting right there. But yeah, this is where Matt Groening went to high school. I believe he graduated in '72. Pretty cool though. No way. Wow. So this is an incredible surprise. They actually did save Bart. They saved him. I thought they took it out. Oh my God, this is so good. So yeah, back in the 90s, TriMet commissioned a bunch of people to do the artwork. Matt actually not actually sketching this himself, but giving the permission to another local Portland artist. But there you can see their class of '72. Oh my God, this makes me so happy. And Matt Groening's signature there. Oh my God, I thought this was gone. So I'm gonna have to go to the Dollar Tree and get a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm gonna do a sketch or a rub of this. Oh my God, I love this right now. I am so happy they kept this right here at the new Lincoln. Yeah, I was told it was gone. I was told they demolished it, but they actually did save it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saving this, you guys. Nice, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Class of '72. How in the heck did they get this out of there without damaging it? It looks like they put it in a brand new frame too, but yeah, the piece of the old sidewalk, it actually sat on the other corner over here, and I believe it was put there in like '93, '94, but here it is. Oh heck yeah, dude, that makes me so happy. Cruising up here past the Goose Hollow stop to the next location, which is really odd. Made for a good part of the movie, but it was something you probably couldn't do today, and I'll show you why. All right, so right here sits the Vista Bridge, better known to Portlanders as Suicide Bridge. And in the movie, while Matt's the professor is having his kind of trip, he actually climbs up to the top of the Vista Bridge, and you actually see a very young Matt Groening, gotta remember 1972, climbing over the bridge, and then you see a dummy fall and land right below. And I'll insert that little clip as well. But yeah, it would have landed a little bit farther up from where that dump truck is now. We're gonna see if we can make our way up there and see one of the locations that Matt threw that dummy off the bridge, dressed up as himself. Obviously, it's supposed to look like him. That all happened right up top there. And he actually climbs that fence, making it really look believable before they lobbed that dummy over right up top there. So yeah, that all took place right up there, Matt climbing over that little bit of a fence. You can see now it kind of lips over so folks can't climb it. There's even like some spiky pieces on this little side right here, the lookout. But yeah, he would have lobbed the dummy over that bridge, and you would have seen it gracefully fall, you know, as of Matt Groening, and then he kind of landed right here. And in that spot where the dummy lands, you don't really see any of these lines on the road, so I'm guessing it probably landed back in here. They probably didn't push it off onto the main road. But if you're watching, Matt, feel free to chime in and let us know what part you lobbed that dummy off. Really giving it that effect that it was just kind of in a haze, or that you were rather in a haze. I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. But yeah, it looked pretty good. And then at the end of the video, the very last scene actually takes place here too, where you see them lobbing all the other kids that are all tripped out and whatnot right over this bridge. There's about 20 of them. And like I said, I'm guessing they probably threw them off to where they would land over here, not with cars, or who knows. But we're gonna try and make our way up there next and see where that spot was. It's gonna be hard to find because there's really not, all you see is the fence line. But it's probably a good view too, so. Yeah, that all took place right here, 1972. I stopped to ask this nice lady for directions. She actually knew the Grannies. They were neighbors.
We called them Grannies.
Oh.
But they were the father.
Homer.
And yes.
Homer and Marge.
He took our son to OSHU hospital when he crashed his bike, and my husband rode his bike down and met them there.
Wow.
And we got there and they were like, you know, exchanging and we laughed. He was taken by Homer to
talk about a doe.
He picked him up on the, you know, on
How
the
nice.
road when his bike crashed and took him straight to the hospital.
Wow. Yeah, him and his dad, well, Matt, his dad did videos, worked a little bit with KGW and whatnot, but
so
that's
we
so cool.
struck up a friendship, but they lived right.
Yeah. I've been invited to his childhood home by Carl.
Oh.
And his wife.
All right.
So,
yeah.
but nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you for sharing that story. That is so funny. Have a good day. That was neat, man. That is too funny. I just happened to stop and ask her if we were on the right path, and I was kind of telling her what we were doing. She's like, I know the Groenings. I was friends with them. And when her son crashed her bike, Homer Groening actually was the one that gave him a ride to the hospital. Wow. I know Disney just bought the Simpsons, but what a small world, huh? Dang, that's so cool. I'm glad I stopped. All right. Past all these beautiful flowers, the Vista Ridge, or Vista Avenue. Wow, someone's even wrote Suicide Bridge on there. And the fencing has all been redone, but you can see all this old bridge work behind it in that movie. And Matt Groening bringing that dummy all the way up here. I want to hear the story about how he got it up here. That is too funny. Yeah, it's pretty much all fence line, and like you can't really see any of the light poles like on the other side there. But what is really beautiful is this Portland skyline. So yeah, the fence not being like this now, where it's kind of, you know, looped. Matt would have climbed right up top here, and the fence was about this high or so, maybe to this bar. And he really portrayed like he was doing it. And then he kind of just lobbed that dummy right over the bridge. What a beautiful shot of Portland now. Yeah, you don't really see any of the backdrop in Portland. So I'm guessing it was probably this side. But he could have easily have tossed that dummy on this side too. And like I said, with that final shot, with all of them kind of portraying themselves falling off the bridge. Pretty creepy. But also kind of funny, just because in the movie they do say, you know, the drugs that affect folks, but they also have kind of a fun time with it. In one part of the movie, they actually say, you know, they show the different kinds of drugs, cactuses, peyote, pills, marijuana. And the part that kind of made me laugh was the uppers, uppers, downers, and go-to-towners. And maybe the go-to-towners are the ones that made folks really jump over that bridge. I can't really even get any shots of where those bodies would have fallen, other than right about there. You can make out the ground. So yeah, long drop, and Matt Groening really selling that. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can actually see Lincoln High School's field from up here too. Right down there. Next stop, the absolutely beautiful Washington Park. Nice and shady up here right now. Just kind of chilling on this picnic bench. Matt Groening and his father really utilized Washington Park in some of their movies, not just the Killers and Dillers movie that we're featuring now, but the story that Matt Groening's father, Homer, did was shot just right up here in the woods as well, which that story and parts of Killers and Dillers, you can really see the connection, and the connection later on to one of the very first Tracy Ullman sketches where it's got Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. They steal Homer's clothes and they kind of go out to be, you know, caveman-esque, tumbling around in the bushes and stuff, and you can kind of see where they got that kind of idea, where Matt got the idea. So pretty dang cool how it's all connected. And the next part of the movie has Matt in the same trance up at Washington Park. There was like a festival going on too, so it made for a really good scene in the movie, kind of utilizing something already taken place there. I think it was a music event or some sort of musical festival. Again, Matt, if you watch this, make sure you chime in, let me know what the heck was going on, and I'll insert some pictures of that as well. But we're gonna go find the little area that took place next. This is nice to see, the big fountain here. Last couple times I've been up here, it's off, but it's summer, so it's on. Love that sound too. All right, we're heading up to the little amphitheater area. All right, after a good climb, we are officially up here at the Rose Test Garden, which looks absolutely beautiful right now. All the stunning roses. And just from the looks of the film, I was able to kind of narrow it down as to where another one of those movie locations were filmed. Wow, it smells so good up here too. These are beautiful. All right, let's find the amphitheater. Just making it here to the amphitheater. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was the spot that Groening kind of stumbled onto. In the movie, you can see him walking up and down these steps. You can vaguely see these steps behind him, but you can see all the beautiful greenery. And there's a music fest, and it looks like they're actually setting up for a music fest as well. But yeah, you would have seen Groening kind of stumbling around down here. It could have been on this side. I mean, this thing wraps all the way around here. But yeah, that would have taken place right here as well, up at Washington Park. Him kind of rummaging through the crowd, lost amongst all the other folks enjoying the festival, kind of in a daze. It was funny. I'd imagine 1972. This probably looks a little bit different, but you can still see the steps really well in the movie. And what's comedy is he's kind of in a trance, so he's kind of walking through the crowd, and if you look, you can see all the people behind him. So really utilizing, you know, another event that was already taking place here for the movie. I thought that was really awesome. And like I said, you would have seen Matt basically walking around these steps right around here. Like I said, this whole thing, this amphitheater wraps around, so it's kind of harder to narrow down the exact spot, but roughly, give or take, 100 feet.
Yeah, the one I find funny is every weekend when like they will film that the whole weekend.
I hope you guys can hear me. I might have to voice this over.
On the weekend, I'm like, I have.
You would have seen all the crowd here, everybody lined up. And Matt's kind of walking through the crowd like this, lost.
I don't
Not quite sure what the effects are from what he drank. He's just kind of in a daze in that full professor suit, kind of beatnik looking, with the big goatee and glasses. Yeah, still doing outdoor concerts here, and I just love, like I said, it was kind of harder for you guys to hear me, but I love that Matt utilized, there was already something going on here so that he could shoot the movie. And back then you really didn't need, like, you know, location passes or anything like that. Just kind of do it yourself style. So pretty darn cool. I'm pretty sure it was on this end, even though I was walking on this side kind of showing you how he was in that trance or whatever, kind of Frankenstein zombie style, hippie meets beatnik kind of thing. Almost Dr. Demento-esque. You guys remember Dr. Demento? That's a Portland tie-in too. But I always like showing this vision clinic here, visual. And Dr. Hibbert. How about a Wowee Pop? Back at the Creeper Cave now. One more thing to share with you. Forbidden donut. Matt, come up to Portland. Hang out with me. And have some pink donuts. I love you guys. Creeper out for now. Peace. That's going to do it for today. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That'll ring you in to being a creeper today. You can also ring that bell. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. And if you did enjoy this, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Till next time, Creeper out for now. Peace.